I grew up on the West Texas prairie. My grandmother used to say, "It's so flat out there, if your dog ran away, you could see it for 3 days." We lived on the last street in town, so our backyard stretched all the way to the horizon. And we used to go out on the back porch on afternoons in the springtime and watch the thunderstorms build in the western sky, huge mountains of clouds, sometimes 8 or 9 miles tall. And I remember that the bad ones were always an odd greenish purple, the color of a day-old bruise. Those were the ones that had tornadoes in them. And we would watch those twisters drop down out of the clouds into the prairie. So that formed the background for 5 Days in May. And playing the what if game that all writers play, I thought, what if a tornado, an engine of death, were bearing down on people who had already planned death in some other form for that day? And that formed the story. But the story got away from me. They almost always do, and became much more. A story about love and sacrifice and redemption with a surprise twist. I swear, I had absolutely no idea was in that story when I started typing. And the surprise twist was the game changer. Those elements that just sort of plop out on the page usually are. There is truth, there is wisdom in 5 Days in May that I did not consciously put there. Simple wisdom, like the death row inmate Princess says, don't never underestimate the power of doing the right thing. Sometimes it's the only gift life gives you. She said that to the preacher who had death planned for Friday just like she did. In fact, all the people who had penciled in death on their calendars for that day actually did come to the crossroads of living and dying. But none of them came by the path they'd planned or left with a result they expected, if they left at all.